Tune into the other side of sports. It's your host, Laws in the building. I'm solo dolo, but we here. We got to talk, people. I'm not going to make the whole podcast about one Bama being so sorry that it's just blowing my entire existence that this dude continues to be trotted out. Aaron, I owe you an apology, my brother. You was right from the get-go. Benjamin St-Juste, he's not only terrible, he might be the worst DB corner I've ever seen in my entire life, bro. At any level. At any level, dog. I'm talking about flag football. I'm talking about pee-wee. I'm talking about collegiate, anything. This Bama is a 450 baked oven. We're gonna look at the play that really kind of changed the tide. I know the young rookie at the end of the Washington Commanders game. He I mean, we talked about it in the house. We was at the house and we said, "Hey, bro, they're gonna try to get him to jump off sides." We all looked at each other and knew that. And then this big doofy go and jump off sides. I just the level of discipline there, and people were just giving him a pass. He a rookie. Like, dog, there's no excuse for that. No excuse for that. Credit to the Steelers organization and just how prepared they came in to that game, but everybody knew they was going to try to jump off sides. So I don't. To me, it just I'm almost better okay with you giving up the yard, letting them just run the joint or doing a QB sneak, but they're in their own territory. The chances of that are very, very low and slim. I just That's beyond me. But the game was not won or lost on that play on its own. There was things that led up to that that really cost the Commanders that football game. One being drop passes. These Bama's had but De'Ami Brown butt naked in the end zone, can't catch it. You got dolphin hands. I just, to me, inexcusable. These are things where after the game, you don't need to sulk and complain and make up excuses. You need to be on a jugs machine, brother, working on your hands because there's no excuse for that. You could put me out there at 41 and I'm going to catch those passes. It just, that's the litmus in my eyes. If I can catch it, if I can do it, then there's a problem because you're a professional athlete and this is all you have to do. You don't have to go to work. You don't have to do no chores. You know, none of that. All you do is catch footballs, and so you're supposed to do it better than a Joe Schmo off the couch. That's just the bottom line. When you can't do that or you showing inability to do that, we need to find somebody else. That's just my philosophy. Some people say, "No, you too hard on the play. Like everybody gonna drop a pass." It's like no, dog. There's certain passes you can't drop. That's a pass, a Bama right there on you, and you kind of fumbling away. Like yes, dog, you got to catch that pass, but it is what it is. But if you can't make a pass when you butt naked and there's a problem there. That aside, okay. Zach Ertz, you got to get to the sticks. I'm going over all the things that led up and culminated to the Washington Commanders losing a game that was winnable. Winnable game. Zach Ertz, you got to get to the sticks. I mean, you could put it on the referee, but you can't even let it come down to the referee making a decision like that, bro. You're a veteran. Just get one more yard deeper and make the catch. Now, granted, it was a tough catch, it was a tough call, all of the above, whatever, right? But those plays are like add up the Zach Ertz, that's 5%. The De'Ami Brown joint in the end zone, that might be like 5%, 10%, because you need that. That changed the complexity of the game. The fumble early on might be like 2%. I mean, the drop passes altogether, 5%. So maybe like 15%. 15 to 20%, all of those things culminated to the Washington Commanders losing. 80% is the Bama St-Juste. 80% is the Bama St-Juste. You is 20 yards off the man. What do we, you, how many times we going to watch him clawing Bama's from the back? Coming, because you out of position. Bro, you are, there's no really remedy for this. There's no remedy for this. And I'm going to tell you why there's no remedy for this. Because the problems that St-Juste had, you can't fix. You cannot fix this. You can't fix this. You know what this is? It's a mentality and it's heart. You cannot fix that, bro. You cannot fix a brain and mentality and heart. Those cannot be fixed. Technique, you can do technique all you want, dog. Bama can know exactly what technique to do. You can study. They showed I saw a clip this week with Marshawn Lattimore working with St-Juste at practice, trying to give him technique and show him little tips, little tricks of the trade, stuff like that. Bro, the problems that St-Juste have live here and here. He's scared. When you're scared and you do anything, you don't do it well. That's just the bottom line, bro. When you're scared, if I'm about to get in a fight and I'm scared, I'm about to get beat up. You about to get beat up. That's why, like, other emotions gotta come in to get rid of fear in order for you to perform. You know what? The cookers of the just any sports in general. If you're a cooker and you cook in any kind of sport at any time of your life, y'all gonna know this is 100% true. Because all the cookers know. I was a cooker, Aaron a cooker. People who cook in different areas know what I'm talking about. When a game was about to start or you about to play in some type of athletic event or whatever, I was never scared. I was always excited. It's a nervous excitement to be in a position to play in a, with people watching and stuff. You get excited. It's an excitement, dog. I never was afraid. Oh, I always knew I was gonna cook. My brain automatically assumed any kind of sport. I was just like, cook, 450 bake, whoever checking me, they can't guard me, whatever. And so I was excited. Like, you get like this nervous excitement that come up, that well up in you, bro. And they be like, oh, they about to come my way? Okay, bet. Oh, yeah. I'm about to get a pick six. That's how I looked at it every time. And if you watch any of my, like, if you go back, Bama's will tell you, Aaron, if he was on here, he'd tell you, Bama start smiling before the ball come my way. Because I was so excited. I knew the joint was a pick. I'm like, oh, that's me. This Bama is afraid, bro. He's scared to step on the field with athletes. He knows he cannot guard them, and it's showing in his how he's approaching it. Dog, when you're this far back, when you're 20 yards, hold on, let's watch it. When you this far back, you're scared, bro. And this is the problem I have with it. Why are you scared of a fourth string receiver that they just picked up on Tuesday? Why? Why are you scared? Why are you 15 yards off of a Bama who run a 4.57? It's egregious. It's egregious. The level of fear he's playing with. And it's nothing you can do to fix it. You can't. What you going to do to fix this? You going to back him up some more? They saying that Marshawn Lattimore is going to be the cure and everything. He will come and be the number one. Okay, where did St-Juste go? Mike Williams got here on Tuesday, and he's a number 4. He's a fourth string receiver, essentially. You might could say the third string receiver. You can't move St-Juste to the number 2 because he can't guard number 3s. Number 4s. The criteria for being able to guard a number 2 wide receiver or being a number 2 corner in the league is being able to guard number 2s. What number 2s in the league can he guard? Can he guard Garrett Wilson? He's essentially a number 2. Devontae Adams, can he guard either one of them? No. He can't guard Mike Williams. 15 yards off cushion. And in his words, he's saying that you gotta play the fit. This is how I know. I know some of y'all are skeptical. Y'all just want him off the team, but y'all don't know why y'all want him off the team. Y'all know he's bad, but y'all don't know why he's bad. The reason he's bad is because he's afraid, people. You can't do anything fearful and be good. You have to have a level of a bum with confidence is better than a bum with no confidence that's scared, dog. He's afraid, people. Look at this. Listen to this man's explanation for giving up the touchdown.
Come back down to play any other routes. Sometimes I get caught up in trying to make the play so much that I try to guard everything. In these situations, you got to pick and choose, and you got to pick the right option.
Look at the body language, people. Does he look like he cooked? Does he look like he's a winner, a dog who get in the trenches and doing work? Does he look like that? Then he's not that, dog. He's not that. Any Bama who listen, you might have made the wrong assumption about me when I was playing basketball. You might have looked over and be like, "Oh, this Bama, he's sorry, though. I'm about to cook him." I didn't look sorry though by the way that I carried myself. And if you jump, you're gonna find out I'm not sorry because it's gonna be on your neck. I'm just saying, it's a disposition that people have who cook. You see Marshawn Lattimore when they interviewed him this week? Did you see what he said in this interview? He carried a cooker aura. I'm that guy. It's an aura. It's a demeanor. It's a disposition. How you approach things. How you talk to people. How you not tripping off nothing. Dog, I've seen Bamas who are cookers get cooked before, and they have press conferences, and they don't look like this. They're not head down. Well, you gotta make sure that you don't want to give up the fade, and you gotta watch the fade on. Dog, he ran a go on you, dog. He ran a go on you. It wasn't no real fade. Fade is 20 yards into the end zone. Bama's run fades. This Bama was 40 yards away. It was a go. It just kills me that they put a guy who's clearly a minnow in the water with sharks. He's not built for this level of football and competitiveness. He didn't show no fight. This Bama, like, dog, pass interference. Once you know a slow Bama about to go by, just arm bar him, dog. Just arm bar him. It's better than the alternative, bro. People are picking on you week after 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 week because they know you cannot guard. You can't guard me. So watch the Commanders. If they continue to try him out there, this is on the organization. This is on Adam Peters. I'll erase all the other stuff that they did. It don't matter to me. If you put a guy who's not capable of doing anything, get him out of there. Y'all think Forbes is bad? Forbes is not this bad. Forbes is not this bad. And I actually would be okay with Forbes' maturation process and learning and development process. This man been in the league. He been in the league, bro. He's not just get here. So it's like you got to get him off the roster. Not off the depth chart, off the roster. Get him off the team. He's hurting the morale in the aura of the team. You cannot put him out there. And you can sell in his answers, and you know what I'm saying. I don't know what kind of, if he blackmailing the team or something, because it just doesn't make sense to me. You make all these other changes, you cut other Bamas off the team that's showing they're not capable, and then you keep trotting this guy out, and you know he's a target. You know he's a target. The teams, they were like, oh yeah, we get this matchup, we going at him because this Bama can't guard. He can't. He's scared. His feet is in the sand. Like the feet is insane, and he gets stuck. And that's just not a remedy for an NFL corner, dog. You cannot. We've had bad corners before. We've had them here. You know what I'm saying? The one corner, all they had to do was get him a LASIK surgery, and that Bama turned into somebody. Uh, uh, yeah, we've had bad corners. Mike Rumph, we've had, what was the Reed Dowdy? He was terrible. Like, we've had trash secondary Bamas before. St-Juste takes the cake. St-Juste takes the cake. On a 15-yard cushion, you let a Bama run by you who's slow. People, you do y'all understand a 15-yard cushion is to give up the underneath? I'm saying when I give a 15-yard cushion, I'm saying you got to go underneath. Anything underneath, you can have that. I'm just going to just let you have it. We just going, close to the ball. I just don't, I don't, you give it up a cushion of 15 yards and the Batman run right by you. I just, it's beyond me, people. Some of y'all don't know how egregious that is. Like, y'all think it's just football, Batmans get beat sometimes. Like, no. The whole purpose of a 15-yard cushion is so you don't get beat, and you still get beat. He got to be off the field. I mean, up until this point, I've been like, okay. Like, he's a bad corner. You give him like a little bit cushion. I feel like I'm in the, like, with everybody else. Like, we know he's bad, but who else do we have? Like, might have 3 weeks ago, I said to Aaron, hey, Joe, St-Juste is the worst Bama I ever seen. And he called it. Shout out to Aaron. He not here to take flowers right here. But yeah, get this man a trophy, dog. He called it, bro. Get him the trophy. He called it. He said the Bama terrible 2 years ago. I said, dog, is he that bad? He's that bad. He said all these other Bamas, Forbes and stuff. He's like, those are just, that's just the scare people off the cheese. It's really St-Juste. He the worst Bama out here, bro. Hands down. So I said, okay, all right, maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see. Dog, it's all the way true, bro. He the worst Bama I ever seen in my life, bro. He can't play next week. This week versus the Eagles, he cannot play. He can't guard Devontae Smith. He can't guard AJ Brown. He can't guard Dallas Goddard. Who else they number? He can't guard Jahan Dotson. He can't guard whoever they put out there. He's a liability, and that's just the bottom line. I'm sorry, people. It's just the bottom line. It's just the bottom line. So whether you agree or not, I spent 15 minutes talking about how sorry this Bama is. I don't know how else to explain why he shouldn't be getting no reps. 0 reps for him in this game. I'd rather see a practice squad Bama play over him. If the practice squad Bama get 4 touchdowns thrown on them this week, to me, it's the same thing as trying St-Juste out there. He's terrible, bro. He's terrible. So we'll see what Marshawn Lattimore's leg look like in this upcoming game Thursday night, which is a big game, divisional rivalry. Like, it means a lot. So we're gonna see where it's at. But I just you cannot try him out there. That's just the bottom line. That's just the bottom line. let's talk, people. Let's talk. We got the games for this week. Let's go to the NFL games. So where we at with the NFL games? Trying to pull it up here. Um, yeah. So Monday night game, we had the Dolphins and the Rams. Some reason I just knew the Dolphins was gonna beat the Rams. Like Rams is fool's gold. They could be good for a couple weeks, but they really not built like that. Defense is trash. Their offense is inconsistent. So yeah, I saw that one coming. Lions win a thriller versus the Texans. Texans really had that game in hand. I just don't know how they just gave that game away to the Lions. And Texas need to be concerned. They definitely need to be concerned about their team and what's going on. I mean, this is definitely a soft year slump for CJ Stroud. They got to pull things together. I mean, really, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the NFL is difficult, so you're not going not going to have the same level of success you always predict for the most part. And so they got to do something about that team, dog. I mean, yes, they got the injuries, and the injuries really hurt them. I think if they have Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, it's just a different ball game. I think they're having a different season with those two intact, but without them, it just Tank Dell can't be your number one. To me, he's not a number one. He's a good receiver, but he's just not your number one. Because it's just a durability standpoint to just lean on him and him to make tough catches, time in and time out. Their offensive line stinks, so those are the problems that they have. Eagles watch the Cowboys. Cowboys is finished, dog. They tanking for Shador, trying to get Deion in Dallas. I mean, I like the narrative. I like that whole idea, but I just don't see it happening, bro. I mean, is it plausible? Is there potential for that to happen? Yeah, sure. But I just don't. I don't. If I'm Deion Sanders and Shador, do I want to be anywhere near the Joneses? The organization, just their mentality. Like, if it's just for the bag, yes, it's just for the bag. You good. But like Jerry Jones he's not somebody I really would want to work for. Like, if he asked me to work for him right now, I'm taking a check. So if that's just what they trying to do, just take the check, then sure. But Deion strikes me as somebody who really wants to like legacy of something, and he really wants to. I mean, granted, I'm not saying that he can't get it through those means, but I just like it. Just Jerry, like he just makes bad decisions, and like you this certain level of like autonomy that you would need to have that I don't think Stephen Jones is trying to give up in the whole ordeal with the players. And because of course you want that ability to be able to like select the players you want. And if it comes down to Steve, like it just I just don't know, dog. That thing could go sour quick. And I don't know that's the I don't know, bro. Aaron might feel differently about it. We can ask him about it on the flip side, but I don't know about that one. I like the idea of it, and I think like for the short term, Shador, like that would be a perfect marriage. You got all the things you want. You know what I'm saying? They could like move some things around, but I just you when you got a white guy having to concede to a black guy, and there'll be some tension there. I just and Deion's the type of person like you gotta remove him. Like it's either gonna be me and my decisions or nobody. Like and it just Jerry may want to do it. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Interesting to think about. But they tanking and that season's done. Jets, Cardinals. Cardinals beat the brakes off the Jets. I told you the Jets were sorry. The Jets not sniffing the playoffs. Aaron, you do owe me wings on that one, champ. I said with or without Aaron Rodgers, these Bama's is not winning. And it just is what it is, bro. That was the worst loss I ever in the whole Aaron Rodgers era. That was a terrible loss, bro. And they got whooped, smacked. Get them out of here. I don't want to hear nothing else about the Jets, by the way. Titans and Chargers. Chargers beat the Titans. Yeah, that's a done deal. Get them out of here. Uh, Titans is sorry. I told you Will Levis is trash. I mean, we've been told you that. We told you when he got drafted, he was trash. And, again, we right again on the quarterbacks. Falcons and Saints. Saints beat the Falcons, and yeah, I mean, I it's egregious. Like, no, Kirk Cousins, bro, you are just. I'm not even gonna slander you as much as I would, because I think that this is just the parity in the league. Like sometimes you're just gonna lose to teams you shouldn't lose to. But all things equal, the Saints really lost. They lost their head coach, had a new game plan and scheme, and they just beat the Falcons because Falcons just underestimated them. They thought they were gonna wash them, and they just got another thing coming. And so it is what it is. Panthers beat the Giants. Panthers on a 2-game winning streak. Bryce Young looked like he figuring it out. Um, yeah, but they're still sorry. Don't get it twisted. It'll show up. The Thursday night game, Ravens and Bengals. Bengals botched it. They had the game. Should have just kicked the field goal, went to overtime, and just give yourself more opportunities, though. Like I don't know why these coaches feel like they gotta just put it on the hinges of one play. You're not at home. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even have that momentum going for you. Like it's not like you had like it's one thing when you have like a special play drawn up, and you've been waiting all, and you can just like it's one of those plays where the lineman goes out and you throw it to him and he wide open in the end zone. It's like it's not even one of those, dog. These Bama's did a origin. You didn't even go to Chase Young. Like it wasn't like a slant to Chase Young, a fade to Chase Young, like none of that. So I just to me it's just egregious. The Bengals, the bad decision making. Patriots beat the Bears, and the Bears are in trouble. It's not the kind of trouble y'all think, but again, the Bears are basically repeating history. They brought in Justin Fields, they drafted him, then they had one coordinator, then they fired the coach, then he got another coordinator and a new coach. And now you're looking at Caleb Williams. He has one coach. We know Eberflus is out after this year, no matter what happens at this point, because they're not making the playoffs. Um, yeah, he's out. And then Caleb Williams is going to have a new coach, new head coach, new offensive coordinator. Like, the Bears done became the Washington Commanders, dog, of old. So they just shooting themselves in the foot. Got to get them out of there. 49ers, dog, they beat the Buccaneers, but barely. Barely. They're another team that's really in trouble. They got Christian McCaffrey back. That helps, but they in trouble for real. So um, just don't be too high on them going forward because they're gonna have some growing pains. They in fighting on the team, and Debo smacking the Bama who been Moody and trying to fight the kicker. It's just a whole bunch of funny business going on over there. But that usually what happens when the team is like breaking apart, like when it's a breakdown on the team, and and it might be done after this, dog, because then you got to pay Purdy. It just yeah, it might be done. It's just the beginning and the end. Wheels is coming off. Chiefs beat the Broncos in the flukest joint I ever seen. Somebody people talking about will they go undefeated this season. Chiefs gonna lose, dog. They gonna lose. I don't know what the rest of their schedule is like, but this won't continue. They 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 gonna lose a game, bro. They gonna lose a game. It's just a matter of time. Um, they were supposed to lose this joint, but it went their way, dog. It went their way. Bills, Colts. Bills smashed the Colts. Flacco out there might want to go back to Anthony Richardson. I mean, it just you playing teams where you need a dynamic quarterback. You have a dynamic quarterback that you're not playing. Joe Flacco is good if you got the best offensive line in the world, and you got weapons. Um, that calls team just not built for Joe Flacco. I'm sorry, though. Not at his age, at this age now. So, uh, yeah. We talked about the Steelers beating the Commanders by 1 point, which was a blow. And then you had the Vikings and the Jaguars. And the Jaguars, I mean, Doug Peterson is another coach that needs to be fired. We've been saying that from the beginning of the year. Looking at it, though, all across the board, Robert Saleh shouldn't have got fired, bro. Because the Jets been worse without him. And and then you look at like around, it's like some of the other coaches in the league that just still have employment. I don't get it, bro. Um, yeah, I don't get it. But as I end this podcast, we, you know, because I'm feeling generous, we're gonna have a special lock factory for you. We're gonna put up a lock factory for you. I know y'all like, dog, y'all just quit the lock. Yes, we quit because nobody ain't get us to 1,000 followers, bro. We giving y'all the locks and the picks, but we gonna give y'all a lock factory this week. We're gonna give y'all one. I got one queued up. I got some locks for you in the games. I already looked at the slate. We good. Me and Aaron gonna give y'all a lock factory this week. I'm gonna convince them. I'm gonna talk to them. Say, hey, bro, let's give them a lock factory. They want the lock factory. We gonna give them one. This the last one though. I promise you that. This the last one. Follow us at OSS 980 at Other Side of Sports. Share the show, share the content. What y'all think about St-Juste? What y'all think? Put in the comments what we should do with St-Juste. Because real talk, the Bama should be playing flag football next spring, dog. That's it. This in the league stuff, he don't have a place. I, I get he got the NFL cornerback size and he maybe got the measurables, but his brain is too small. His heart is too little. And those things, like to play in the NFL, you have to have those two things. There's a lot of players who may not have a brain, but they got the heart. There's a lot of players who got the brain, you know what I'm saying, and the heart. He don't have either one of those or the skill. Matter of fact, I don't know about. He only got the measurables. So yeah, rock with us. Shout out to Wiz Buffy. Shout out to Sports Talk Tasha. Shout out to my man Wes, Daryl, Mike, Will, Ralph, everybody who rock with us heavy. I'm out.